This is the Commodore 64. It's the first home computer that I ever used. It's also the first system that I ever played a video game on. Today on Dave's Game Room, we're going to have a look at the first ever video game that I played on the Commodore 64. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Game Room. Hope you didn't mind that little intro, something a little bit different from me this time. So, I've got my Commodore 64 fired up, and I thought I would show you the first ever video game that I played. I probably would have been about 4 or 5 years old, and my dad introduced me to the Commodore 64, and this game in particular. So I'm using the SD2IEC at the moment, plugged into the C64, scrolling down to a folder I've made, and the name of the program, or the name of the game, is Super Blitz 64. So we'll give that a load. It'll take some time to load. Okay, it's almost there. We're almost at the game loaded. Right, so here it goes. It gives you a brief introduction of the game. It's a very simplistic game in terms of its nature. I mean, essentially you're flying a plane that's running out of fuel, and you need to destroy the horizon of buildings, basically. You need to bomb them. And a King Kong style character will be climbing up the buildings, or will climb up buildings that are freestanding on their own. And if you happen to hit King Kong, you get bonus points. So here you go. Basically, the plane is just flying across the screen. It will gradually get lower and lower, and you can see that I'm using the fire button, or the space bar in this case, because that's how I used to play it as a kid, to drop the bombs. You've got to try and do as many of the taller buildings as the game starts, and then as you get lower and lower, try and destroy as many buildings as you can on each pass. As I say, it does look very, very simple, and does seem very, very easy, but trust me, it's not that easy. Miss a few too many buildings, misjudge a few of the shots, and you'll soon find yourself getting down and crashing into a building. So as you can see, I've come down a few levels already, bombing those buildings. And the trick with this game, which I didn't know as a kid, I always used to just hammer the spacebar in frustration trying to get the bomb to come out, is actually to sort of press and hold the spacebar or the fire button on the joystick. It's basically a frame before the plane is over the building that you want it to be over, and you'll hit it. So in this particular frame that you're seeing here, you can see I'm doing pretty well so far. That one was a shot on a lower building, which wasn't ideal. There's still some taller buildings that I really do need to get and knock down as quickly as possible. So you can see I missed that one there. Managed to get that one. So that's what I mean, the timing of it is quite tricky, especially when you're higher up and you're trying to get the higher buildings. Again, I missed the taller building there, but because that building that I missed is now standing up on its own, if I let it stay stood up on its own, I would actually see King Kong start climbing it, because that's what it'll do if they're on their own like that one is. So hopefully you're going to see him start climbing that building within the next couple of seconds. There he goes. And we got him, so we got some bonus points for it. The only problem is, of course, you can see the rest of the building is still standing there, so I've still got to get rid of that building anyway. But I've still got some tall ones to get rid of. And as you can see, I'm going along. There's lots of little ones as well. That can be quite tricky as you get lower down. You've got to try and get as many of them on each pass as possible. So that was pretty successful. I managed to get the building that was half left from when I managed to get King Kong, and also the tallest building on the same frame. So just going along now on each pass, trying to get rid of as many of these sort of smaller buildings as possible. So I've got to get this one now, and I do. If I'd have missed that one, it would have been game over. And I've got to get that one as well, and I've just got that one, or else it would have been game over again. It's looking good so far, but I've got to get this one. And there you go, I've got one small piece of a building left to get. And it looks like I'm going to land the plane. Look at that. This is something that I always struggled to do as a young lad. I couldn't do it. Our spacebar actually got broken because the way I was hammering that spacebar to get the bombs to come out. So As I've got older, of course, I figured out how the game goes. And there you go, look, he's going to wave at us. He's really happy that we landed the plane. So then it takes off, and away you go again. But didn't see it get refueled, did you? So here we go. This one, again, you're going to see King Kong is going to climb that building at the end there. And let's see if we can get him. Come on, let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we got him. But the problem is, I'm going to crash into the building. No! And that's the end of the second frame. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Would love to see what first video game you played, if you can remember it. So, yeah, upload your videos and I'll check them out. Thanks for watching, guys.